Sadisatul Maraghiyatu. Sixth Maqama Maragha Wala. Maragha is the name of a city somewhere in Azerbaijan. Now, this Majlis session happened in that city of Maragha. And what happens is that Hadith ibn Hammam says, I was in the Diwanun Nazar in Maragha, and many highly esteemed scholars were in that session and in that divan and daftar and office or maybe library, and many high ranking officials were there as well. So he says that they were discussing that the predecessors, they were the best and there is no one who can compare them in this day and age. And they were mentioning their scholarship, their great works, and their literacy. So in a humble place, in one corner, there was an elderly man sitting, but he was glancing at them with scornful gestures. And when they paused, he spoke up. And then he declared that why are you doing this and why are you belittling the present day scholars? Those who have passed have gone, they have gone in their graves. And they are of no benefit to us today. Even today, there are those who can surpass their genius and be better than them. Now, the company was skeptical, but the stranger, persisted. And he said, I can take up any challenge you want me to take. I am ready there. Test me out if you want. So one of the attendees, who was a professional writer, and he had close connections with the governor of the city, and the governor was a very generous person as well. He was instructed by the governor to write an essay in which he could alternate the words in such a way that one word of the essay would have letters with nuqta and dots upon it, and the other word without nuqta. So let's say the first, third, fifth word and so forth should have letters with nuqta and dots, and the second, fourth, and sixth, and every even odd would not have any, would have dots, and the even would not have dots. Now, one with dot, one without dot. This is extremely difficult task. So he said that the governor told me, I will not give you any gifts or help and assistance unless you write me an essay like this. And I have been trying for 1 year. The whole year has passed, but I have not been able to come up with something and produce and take up the challenge. If you say that you are a genius person, then go on. And he took up the challenge and he started, dictating a maqala, an essay, exactly in the same manner. And in that, he praised the governor and fulfilled the conditions that had been met about the nuqta and without nuqta. Those who were present in that majlis were delighted, and they said that who wrote this essay, and he said it is my essay. It is he, and he said he is from Ghassan and Saruj, Now his fame reached the governor. So governor was very happy. He offered him a place to become a public writer in his department of, writers, but he refused. He declined. Now by this time, Harith ibn Hammam discovered that that man is Abu Zayd Saruji. So he approached him and he said, "Why did you decline that huge offer? Uh, you could have had a great position and lots of, good life and money." But Abu Zayd said at the end in the couplets that he would prefer to live a life of freedom and poverty than dependence on the rich and the great people. And this life is his chosen life is better for him. This is the khulasa of the maqama. And it's one of the genius and wonderful maqamas. It's got a lot of, high quality words in there. So you have to learn it properly. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Haris ibn Hammam says, حضرت ديوان النظر بالمراغة وقد جرى ذكر البلاغة. I was present in the court of supervision at Maragha when the talk ran of eloquence. فأجمع من حضر من فرسان الجراعة وأرباب البراعة. Then all those who were present formed a consensus, who were from the knights of pen, the experts and the riders of pen, and who were men of genius, lords of genius. Their ijma and consensus was on this, that lam yabqa man yunaqqihul insha, there does not remain anyone that could clean up and purify, cleanse insha and mazmoon nigari and writing letters, ويتصرف فيه كيف يشاء, or he could do tasarruf in there however he wills. He could use himself freely in there. ولا خلف بعد السلف من يبتدع طريقة غراء, and nor has there come in the later eras after the old and predecessors were gone, من يبتدع طريقة غراء أو يفترع رسالة عذراء, who could originate a brilliant method or open a virgin style. وأن المفلق من كتاب هذا الأوان, and that anyone who is marvelous among the writers of this age, المتمكنة من أزمة البيان, would be holding on to the grasps, holding in his grasp the cords of eloquence. كالعيال على الأوائل ولو ملك فصاحة صحبان بن وائل, is just dependent upon the ancients and the predecessors, even though he were to possess the fasahat and fluency of Sahban ibn Wa'il. That's it, bro. Harith ibn Hammam narrates that I was present in Diwanul Nazar in Maragha. Diwanul Nazar, Diwan means court, and Nazar means supervision and observation. In the court of observation in Maragha, which is a city in Azerbaijan. وَقَدْ جَرَى ذِكْرُ الْبَلَاغَةِ, and the zikr and tazkira of balaghat had run among them, meaning unme balaghat ka tazkira chal raha tha, charcha ho raha tha. They were talking about fasahat, balaghat, eloquence. فَأَجْمَعَ يُجْمِعُ إِجْمَاعًا means to agree together, to form a consensus. Man hazara, hazara yahzuru, hazir hona. जो वहाँ हाजिर थे उन्होंने अग्री किया, इजमा किया। मिन Fursan is plural of Faris, and Faris means a person, a horse rider. Because from Faras, normally the experts would ride on the horses, though they would ride on mules and donkeys as well. But Faris is used for horse rider, then it was used for any rider, whether he was on mule or donkey. But Farasa means to ride on the horse. And Yara'a means pen. Al-qalam qabla an yubra. فإذا بري قيل له القلم. Before you sharpen a pencil, it's called yara'a. But after you sharpen it, it's called qalam. So straight pencil होती है जो brand new खरीदी हो अभी sharp नहीं की है तो उसको yara'a कहते हैं, because this yara'a means a piece of wood. So it looks like a piece of wood. Min fursanil yara'a, those who are the shehsawar and riders of the pen. And arbabul bara'a, arbab plural of rabbun. Rabbun literally means Lord, and bara'a means kamal. Baru'a yabru bara'atan means kamil huna, to gain excellence and virtue and kamal in something. And there was ijma and consensus of those who were present from among the lords of kamal and eloquence and excellence. Ala annahu lam yabqa man yunaqqihul insha, upon the fact that there does not remain one who can do safai and cleanse his writings. Naqqaha yunaqqihu, naqihan means to cleanse, to clear up, and to write beautifully with safai and nice editing. Tanqih literally means to straighten the hedges and make them nice and look neat and clean. So over here means editing. And insha, ansha'a yunshi'u insha'an means mazmoon nigari, to write some mazmoon and articles. So there does not remain in this day and age a person who can write beautiful mazmoons and articles. ويتصرف فيه كيف يشاء. تصرف يتصرف, to turn around back and forth, and who can do tasarruf in it and select however he wants. ولا خلف. خلف يخلف خلفا पीछे आना. There has not come after the salaf. salaf يسلف سلوفا means पहले गुजर जाना, those who have passed. فجعلناهم سلفا ومثلا للآخرين فله ما سلف إلا ما قد سلف. So from after the salaf, the pious predecessors, there has not come anyone who can innovate. Ibtada'a yabtadi'u. Ibtida'an means to innovate, originate, to innovate. Risalatan azra, a risala, a mazmoon, a writing, azra, tariqatan gharra, who can originate a brilliant method. Tariqa, way of writing, and gharra means shining. So ghurrun muhajjalun means shining. Who can write a new, brilliant, shining method and way. Aw yaftari'u, or who can open a virgin style. Iftara yaftari'u iftira'an, के माना कुंवारी लड़की की बकारत दूर करना. And adra means कुंवारी लड़की, a virgin girl, meaning to have intercourse with her for the first time is called iftara al adra'a, uski कुंवारापन को दूर किया. And risala means risala or mazmoon, and maybe style, who can originate or open a new, a virgin style, a new style. وأن المفلقة أفلق يفلق. إفلاقا is from falaq. Falaq means subh sadiq, which splits the darkness of the night. So aflaqa means to split open. It means a marvelous, eloquent writer. Min kuttabi hadha al-awan, plural of katib. Awan jama awinatun, like zaman jama azminatun. Lafzan wa ma'nan. To awan means zaman. Al-mufliq min kuttabi hadha zaman. And even a marvelous writer from of this era, al-mutamakkina. Tamakkana yatamakkanu means to have qudrat and power over something. Who has power and qudrat over azimmatul bayan, the lagam of fasahat balaghat. Azimma is plural of zimam, which means cord, rein. Is like al-iyali al-awail. Iyal is plural of ayil, and ala ya'ulu means to take care of someone, kafalat of someone. So iyal are those who are dependent upon you, your children, your wife, for whom you pay and you support. So he is like dependent upon the earlier generations. وَلَوْ مَلَكَ فَصَاحَةَ صَحْبَانِ ibn Wa'il, though he might become owner of fasahat and eloquence of Sahban ibn Wa'il. जिमाम की जमा या तू सुनता नहीं, जिमाम के माना लगाम, कॉर्ड, रेन, बयान फसाहत बलागत. वकान बिल मजलिस कहलुन जालिसुन फिल हाशिया इन द मवाकिफिल हाशिया, and there was in the assembly an elderly man sitting on the sides in the place of the attendants. Kahlun, jama kuhulun, middle-aged man. Jalisun fil hashiya. Hashiya means side. There are two times hashiya. One, hashayashu hashwan means to be additional, extra. So hashiya means the additional area. And this is why, you know, the notes on the side of the kitab are called hashiya. The side. So on the hashiya, on the side, there was an old elderly man, a middle-aged man, in the mawaqif al-hashiya. Mawaqif, plural of mawqif, meaning place of wuquf. And second hashiya means khuddam, because they also stand on the sides. If people are dining in one room, then the attendants, they stand on the sides to, you know, to do khidmat and to pour drinks and bring food and extra and whatever is needed and whenever they are called. So they stand on the sides, where there is the standing place of the attendants. आगे फ़काना कुल्लमा शत्तल कौम, बाद में पढ़ो. तर्जुमा कर लो शुरू से, मैं उर्दू में कर जाता हूँ. हारिस इब्न हम्माम बयान करता है, मैं हाजिर हुआ गौर और फिक्र की कचहरी में मकाम मरागा में, और बलागत का तज़किरा चल पड़ा था. वाव हालिया है, वक़्त जरा इस हाल में कि बलागत का चर्चा चल पड़ा था. फ़अजमा, तो इजमा हुआ उनका जो वहाँ हाजिर थे कलम के शहसवारों में से और असहाबे कमाल में से, इस बात पर कि बाकी नहीं रहा कोई शख्स जो मजमून निगारी साफ करे और उसमें तसर्रुफ़ करे जिस तरह चाहे, और पीछे नहीं आया सलफ़ के बाद ऐसा इंसान जो नया तरीक़ा ईजाद करे या कुंवारे रिसाले को लिख ले. और ये कि इस ज़माने के मजमून निगारों में सबसे अजीब व गरीब मजमून लिखने वाला जो कादिर कुदरत रखता हो फसाहत की लगामों पर, वो पहलों के मुकाबले में बच्चों जैसा है. अगरचे वो साहबान इब्न वाइल की बन जाए. और मजलिस में एक 18 उम्र का आदमी था जो किनारे पर बैठा हुआ था जहां खादिम खड़े होते हैं. चलो, खुदा हाफिज़.